Yes. And then it'll automatically start streaming to YouTube because I put in the stream key on OBS. So that automatically links YouTube. And give me 1 second, that's my grandmother. Hello? Yep. Mr. Junior and his son, also Junior. Yep. You all right? Where are you? All right, no problem. I'll see you at home. Love you. Bye. All right. Sorry about that. But yeah, once you get the stream live and going, all you really need to make sure for is make sure that they could hear the audio, that the stream health is good, because this shows you how much data is being sent at one time. As long as it's in the green, it should be good. I made sure that the Wi-Fi was working and everything with Spectrum, because originally at the beginning of COVID, this church did not have Wi-Fi. So, nope. So I went through, we had Spectrum put a line in here, we got it all sorted out, and I actually have multiple Wi-Fi networks. I'll run you through that in a little bit. But for when the stream is going on, I usually will keep it panned up here for the beginning while the organist, Mrs. Cugini, she's playing the prelude, and then when she starts to play the processional hymn, I'll usually turn it towards the doors, capture the procession as they go up. It's just 3 people that normally go up to the altar. And then from there on, I'll just leave it up here. And then whenever Canon will be preaching, she used to preach at the pulpit. I used to just turn it and then zoom in on her. Zoom in so it captured mostly the top of her head. And that way people at home could see her lips moving, see her a bit better, more clearly. I mean, then again, they will be watching this on TV or something, or the entire screen of the laptop.
But for this difficult, there's a bug for YouTube. It might delay the talking. So when she's talking, it's gonna delay or back in the front. So either way, if you like skip it, like 2 more, it's gonna be delayed either way, because YouTube has that same bug since a long time. Long time that happened.
Yeah, the stream is delayed. Are you talking about the audio and video? How that pairs up? Yeah, usually that's pretty on point. Those are pretty linked together at the same time, but there is about like a 20 to 30 second delay between when things actually happen and when you'll see it on the stream on YouTube. This screen, you'll see things instantly because this is what's sending it out. But if I was to look on YouTube right now, there would be a slight delay in anything that happens or whenever I move it. But yeah, and that seems about it for now. Let me see what else. Mainly going through the setup and streaming and all that. Yes, so let me show you if anything appears to be disconnected. So if anything appears to be disconnected, you're just going to want to go into, no, I was just doing that to show you in case it's black or something else is going on. This is the only source I have, so you just go into here. It'll be named FHD Capture. If it's black and you see FHD Capture but nothing's showing, then you want to go to Integrated Camera, save it, and then you want to go again and hit FHD. It will cause the computer to be like, hey, I don't want this old one, I want this new one. So that way it'll load everything. And then with that, I just go down here and I make sure that the audio device is also the same FHD capture, audio digital interface, because that's the name of the not the graphics card, the capture card. So as long as everything is going through the capture card and you can see that the audio is moving and people at home can hear, you're all good. And then, so I have it so YouTube automatically records the streams and the services, but we had a big celebration for our priest, Ken and Eichel. I believe it was for 25th year. Yeah. And we recorded the entire service, all of that, and then when we went to YouTube to check it, upload it, that way people at home could see it, there was a bug, and the entire service, I could not find it. I couldn't find the recording. Wow. Yes. So from that, I have it set up so that every stream once you hit live, it automatically starts recording. Once you start streaming in OBS, it'll automatically start recording. So there will be an onboard copy of all the streams on the computer as well as on YouTube. All right. So yeah, I have that set up as a failsafe just in case, because that was, I spent an entire day trying to get in contact with YouTube, and they don't make it easy to get in contact with them.
But you weren't able to retrieve it at all?
Either way, YouTube is not sending the recording. They don't save the recording. Only you can save it. Either way, if it like for example, if the Wi-Fi comes out and all, it's not, they're not be able to save your your stream or your videos.
That's never heard.
Yeah. So there's all that, and then as you can see, this is the live feed. What people at home will see. You'll see any viewers, anybody that chats, any playbacks for people who skips back, all that. Yep. Likes, concurrent viewers, how many people are currently watching, and then you'll also see stream health. The stream health is good. With the other computer I used to use, the bit rate used to be off, but I don't worry about that too much. As long as the stream health is in excellent, healthy condition, it's fine. So YouTube, pretty good. What else? Now when it comes to the Wi-Fi. So
the Wi-Fi,
inside here, we have the normal regular 2.4 and the 5G. I have that listed as St. Mark's Sanctuary, and I also have the passwords down here, but the computer should already have it saved, so you just switch freely. Now, what I use every time for streaming is a system called Orbi 17. We bought this Orbi Netgear router, and downstairs we have it connected to our regular router from Spectrum. But what that does is the one we have connected to it by Netgear, that broadcasts the signal up through the floors, and we have two receivers. I believe one is sitting in the office and one is sitting right behind this computer, and that makes the signal stronger. That way we don't have to worry about any drop off or anything like that.
Spectrum always just cuts out.
I have Spectrum at my house as well, and it's annoying. Me and my mother, we do a lot of stuff on our phones, computers. I play PlayStation, all that stuff. So we tried to get Spectrum to go with a higher package, and we actually had that since they used to be Bright House. So we were sort of grandfathered in, and Spectrum, it still cuts out, and it's
Well, now they've made, because we're in Point Siena, and now they've made Spectrum the only internet service you can use. Yeah, so, or like, what's the other one?
Verizon, Frontier, Bio.
You can't use them.
Ooh.
So you pay it through your association.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a mess.
That's a problem. You know Spectrum's owned by Time Warner.
Yep.
I used to love Bright House so much.
Yeah.
I actually had someone out here not that long ago who has been with Spectrum since they were in those Bright House days. And they say ever since Spectrum bought them out, it's just numbers.
Yeah,
and that's Time Warner. It's a big monopoly.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, back to this. Wi-Fi, want to make sure the Wi-Fi is good. Then we have YouTube all set up. So let's say you like this stream. If we end it, we're going to want to go into the studio and make it like unlisted, because this isn't an actual recording. You just hit studio, go here to content. It shows like all these analytics. Normally they're not too concerned about subscribers or anything. They just want to know how many views they had on the service, how many people are actually watching the services, stuff like that. So I'd go here to content. Here in contact, there will be uploads. These will be off because these are videos I used to record on a phone and then upload them to YouTube back when it was just me and the priest herself during COVID, when we weren't having actual services. But for everything that we've been doing nowadays, you're going to go from uploads over to live, and you could see we're live right now, the date August 17th, and then you'll see all the other services. August 15th, it was 1 hour long. So far, there have been 23 views. It won't show you how many views there were when the stream was live, but it will show you how many people has watched it total live and recorded afterwards.
Right.
So then you see all of those.
Copyright.
Yeah, sadly, some of
Yeah,
the
YouTube,
music,
yeah.
we have licenses for it here at the church, but
YouTube
YouTube,
won't allow
they'll
it.
still say, hey, you're using that music. We don't see any rights to it, blah, blah, blah. But we do have them here at the church, and YouTube, the only times you really have to worry about copyright is if you're trying to monetize off your stream, and we're not getting donations, we're not really asking people for money, anything through that off our stream. It's just for the entertainment of those who want to. It's a
Who wants to
religious
watch
service.
it?
So
Sunday
yes.
church.
So the copyright claims, I don't really worry about those, honestly. What else? St. Lawrence Church. Yep, and any little tests I do, I just go in and I'll change them to private because I have every stream to go public as soon as it's over. So I just have all these little tests going through. Most of them will be public, some of them will be unlisted. Just because you see all of these are public, all of these are past ones, 70,